What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B with this week's haul video. Excited for this one. Excited. I try to be honest with y'all. Sometimes my haul videos aren't, nothing to scream home about, and they're just, run of the mill, just a couple of, random shit that I picked up, and nothing really special. But this one I'm excited about. I got some cool stuff in this one, and I was just stoked, and can't wait to share them with you, man. So, is everybody watching Gen V? I'm caught up with it. Just watched the most recent episode. It has a few cringe moments in it, other than the obvious, vulgarness that comes with the boys and that whole universe. But there's a little political jabs here and there that are kind of cringy. But other than that, it's not been too bad. Is it as good as the boys? No, it's not. But I'm gonna give the first season a chance and see where it goes. And who knows? It might turn into, something really good. I know when Peacemaker came out, I kind of crucified that one. And when it came out, I'm known. Everybody knows me knows I'm not big on too much comedy in my superhero movies. I like them dark and gritty, and not lighthearted and comedic. So. I know I took my glasses off. Everybody's going, oh my God, I totally see how Clark Kent Superman pulls it off. But they got a smudge on them and it's driving me nuts. That's all I can see. But anyway, like I was saying about Peacemaker. So when I first watched it, I was like, I just don't like it. But, and then I was like, you know what? Let me watch it again with a little more open mind. And now that I know what it's about, and watch it again and try to pay attention to the show and see what it is. And then I kind of actually liked it. So there's a couple of these shows. She-Hulk, not so much. There's nothing that's going to make me like She-Hulk unless they just completely revamp the whole thing. Edge, SummerSlam. So Edge goes to AEW. He is all elite now. The big news. Probably one of the coolest swerves ever. So he's going by his real name, Adam Copeland, and he's in AEW now. First thing he does is call Christian out. A little bonding moment. I love you, man, and I'll come to AEW so we could do it one more time. Show these people what tag team wrestling's all about. And Christian reaches out there and gives him a hug, and in the microphone he goes, "Go fuck yourself." And it was like, whoa, didn't see. But I say it didn't see it coming. Kind of saw it coming, but it was still pretty classic. Anyway, let's get into the Midtown stuff right off the bat. Only 3 books for Midtown, but 3 good ones. First up, part 14 of Grimm. If you're not reading this has been a really good story. I can't remember if part 14 is the final one. I'm kind of ready for it to be done, but the artwork on these covers has been phenomenal. But good read. Next up, a little surprise for me. I did not know I'd got a foil cover. I thought I was just ordering a cover, the cover that I liked, but didn't read it close enough to see that it is actually a foil. But it is, but it's Justice League versus King Kong versus Godzilla. And I have read this already. Essentially, Lex Luthor gathers up like the crappiest villains that he can possibly find to in an attempt to break into the Fortress of Solitude, steal the Mother Box, and boom tube the whole entire Justice League to the Phantom Zone. And what ends up happening is they boom tube They boom tube themselves to Skull Island. And in a sense, change of plans, they decide Toyman, of all people, who is the one that accidentally boom tubed them to Skull Island, decides that he's just going to boom tube Godzilla to Metropolis and use them to take out the Justice League once and for all. But we'll see where it goes. This was just part one. I'm not sure. Can't remember how many parts. I think it's maybe a 4-part or 5. But was surprised to see the foil cover. Yes, I got the ring light out. I don't usually use the ring light because the glare in my, and especially on foils, the glare on the foils. But anyway, not a bad read, not too bad. And next up, I got the Batman one. When I got the Jim Lee Batman foil facsimile, and I made the comment, I was like, now if they would just do the Jim Lee Superman counterpart to it, I said that would be epic. They did. So I was stoked. Iconic Jim Lee cover. I don't know that they're supposed to be connecting covers. I don't think they're connecting covers as much as just counterparts to each other. I don't think they actually connect, but still really cool. Was happy to get that. And that's it for Midtown. Spoiler alert for next week. I did not order a single book for Midtown this week. So next week's haul video may be a short one. But it should have some really good stuff in it. And we may have a guest as well. And we may go live next week. We may just go live, do a hangout. I don't know. We'll see. But be a surprise guest. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, a customer of mine came in. Actually, I've mentioned him before on the channel. His name is Jason Todd. Really, his name is Jason Todd. He goes by Todd, and I won't give his last name out, but his first name's Todd, and his first name's Jason, his middle name's Todd, and he goes by Todd. But Jason Todd had brought me some books, and I shared on here before. Well, he came in again, and man, did he come hard. He only brought me 2 books, but one of them, holy crap, you're going to be surprised. First one, we'll get the first one first, was Dick Tracy Adventures. And now it looks like an oldie, but it's actually a modern. And it's in that magazine size. But really cool. But I appreciate it. But this one, I had to make sure. I was like, dude, are you sure you want to give that to me? Do you know what that is? And he knew exactly what it was. Said he had several copies and wanted me to have one. I already have one graded, one of the few graded ones I have. But it's X-Men Annual 14. The first, fight me on it, first appearance of Gambit. I'm telling y'all, you need to snatch these up while you can, while everybody's, slobbering all over X-Men 266 and the arguments going on, because you know what's going to happen. Eventually enough people are going to be convinced and shown that this is 9 panels of Gambit with 7 instances of dialogue with Rogue, and he calls himself Gambit, refers to himself. Now I understand that chronologically this was supposed to come after 266, but supposed to's don't change the definition of first appearance. This is the first time you saw Gambit in a comic book in full glory, and it happened before 266. So by definition, first full appearance of Gambit. And right now, this book is anywhere from $30 to $50. And that's underpriced, raw, anyway, $30 to $50 raw. But when you look at the same argument that's being said about Wolverine, 180, 181, and you see how much 180 has blown up because of that. Same potential. Shannon Tatum, rumored, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but heavily rumored to play Gambit. And now the writer's strike is over. I think that's a good possibility. And when he does, it's going to go up. So, good investment. If you're into investing in comics, invest in stuff like this, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, I do speculate on new characters because it's fun. I don't do it for profit. I don't do it in hopes that I'm, going to retire when I hit the next Miles Morales spec book or whatever. I do it because it's fun. But for investment purposes, I wouldn't invest my money in anything really modern right now. But there are certain books that are going to always be a key issue. And this is one of them. So it's never going to go down, always going to go up. So it's a good investment book for, $30 to $50. It's a good one to jump on. This one was a mistake. eBay sent me this by mistake. You recognize the Libremajo cover. But this is the Joker Uncovered #1. And it reprints the cover from another Joker series. It's the same cover. I can't remember I can't remember which one it was. Be honest with you. But anyway, this one was supposed to be the foil, and he sent me the non-foil. So I've contacted him. He assures me got the foil out, and he's going to ship it in the mail today. So here's hoping he does, right? But anyway, so that one's kind of a mistake, but he told me to keep that one. He'll send me the right one. So I guess I'll have a foil cover and non-foil cover. But all right, next up, let's just do these. You might remember the 5 boxes for a brownie series, in which I got almost the entire run of the Executioner's song, and I got them sitting out here because I've been waiting for these to come in. But the only ones that were missing were part 1 and part 12. So the first part and the last part were the only 2 issues that were missing out of that. So now I have the complete run. Executioner's song, I think, will go down as one of the more iconic X-Men storylines to ever come out. Although they're not an expensive book, really, but it still doesn't change, the significance of the storyline and how iconic that storyline is. So happy to have that entire run there. All right, next up, as you all know, I have been chasing all the Brian Boland Wonder Woman covers, and I have made a good dent in them today, because I got Wonder Woman number 65. I just love these. Just absolutely love them. And these were priced right. Got all these from the same seller, and he had them for like $5 a piece, including this one I already have, but for $5 I'm going to pick up another one, and that's 72. One of probably the most iconic Brian Boland Wonder Woman cover ever. So of course I'm going to pick up a second one. That would just be crazy not to for $5. And then we've got number 73, Wonder Woman working as Sonic. or something close to as a waitress. But I thought that was really cool. And these are all in great shape, great condition. And next up, got number 74. And number 76. But I love these covers, love them. And number 77. I mean, the colors just pop in these things. And number 79. I mean, Bolin knocked it out of the park. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he had some huge, huge shoes to fill with Perez. I think he did a great job. And Perez may be the next one I go after. That may be the next run I put together, the Wonder Woman. Hey, stop that. My dog's decided it wants to try to tunnel out of there. You want to come up here? No? No. I was going to introduce you to Gizmo, but he doesn't like to be picked up, so I ain't going to pick him up. But anyway, so I've pretty much nailed down everything but the last 10 or so issues of the Brian Bolin Wonder Woman, the 90s stuff. I got one or two of the still left in the 80s, issues in the 80s issues, but most of them are in the 90s issues to 100. He did 63 through 100. So I've just about got them knocked out. I'm stoked about them. So like I said, after this one, then I'm going to focus on my Daredevil, Frank Miller Daredevil run that I've started. I'm trying to do a better job of not getting sidetracked too awfully much, and completing my goals that I start instead of starting too many at once. So right now I'm concentrating on Wonder Woman. We're almost there. Next I'm going to finish up Daredevil. Almost there. And then we'll pick us something else up. The Perez run on Wonder Woman, probably not a bad one to get as well. And of course also I'm still chasing all those foil facsimiles, because I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how many people scream FOMO and blah, money grab and whatever other derogatory terms they have for them. I love them. I'm going to pick them up. Don't care whether they go up in value, or if I pay $40 for it today and it's worth $3 tomorrow. Don't care. I don't care. Love them. Gonna get them. Gonna pick them all up. That Superman or Action Comics 1 and Detective 27, those are the two that are probably going to be the hardest ones on the list. There's a couple of them, other ones that are looking to be like there's an X-Men one that's looking like it may be a $40 book by the time it's over. I have a hard time pulling the trigger on those, because I do think that if I wait it out, those will come down to a more reasonable price. But I could be wrong, because like I said, Detective 27 went up in price while I was waiting it out. So who knows? I think that one, I don't think you can touch that one for less than like $65 to $70 now. So I wish the Comic-Cons would quit stealing the facsimiles. Stick with the variant covers that you like to do. Throw some more acetate covers on old dollar bin books and sell those to people that love that stuff. But let the LCSs do the foil facsimiles. There's a couple more. I think New York Comic Con foil facsimiles that were con exclusive, and I hate it. I do have some Mexican foils. The only thing about those is they're really cool, but they're not full on foil like these other ones have been. They're spot foil. They have foil in the title. Basically foil where it makes sense, like things that are on the cover that are supposed to be metal, made of metal. But they're still cool. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. If I would like to ask before you go, if you would do those YouTube things that we love for you to do, like, subscribe, comment, share, especially like. You got to know, as a content creator, it's frustrating to see 70 views and 4 likes. You know, it just doesn't cost you anything to just hit that like button, and it really, really helps grow our channels. So, you know, I do that with every content creator I watch. I always hit the like button for them, you know, and help them out. So, you know, so do that if you enjoy content, you know, help them out. Nobody's asking you to give money. Just hit that like button, free of charge. But that's going to do it for this one, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.